Hey, what's up, Terrifics? I'm Michael Artsis here in New York City at the Jacob K. Javits Center for PhotoPlus 2016, and we have found one of the coolest new products that I think you're gonna like, and it is really great for filmmakers all across the board, especially independent filmmakers. You're watching a 360 VR video, so you can spin the camera around, you can put on a headset, you can do whatever you want, move your phone. This is Paul's first 360 video. Congratulations, Paul. And you can look up and see the microphone we're using. It is this, basically what's called a parabolic dish. We're gonna get into that in a minute. This is the SoundShark booth. Welcome to the program, folks. I'm Michael Artsis, he's Paul, this is SoundShark. I'm excited. You know why I'm excited, Paul? First of all, we use audio all the time, and what they're listening to right now is not the microphone you're wearing, and they'll notice I don't even have a microphone. We just did that for backup, because this is our first time using the SoundShark, and we just wanted to be sure. It's a loud environment. We work a lot in loud environments, yet you're hearing me pretty well, and this is something we can deploy in our mobile pop-up studio that is live most of the time. We can also deploy it in our regular studio and not have to have guests put mics on and stuff. And I've been looking for a solution like this for a long time. But what's even better is when you use your DSLRs and you're trying to figure out what to do for a microphone solution, instead of lobbing people up, when you're doing reality TV, when you're doing all sorts of stuff, and this can go for a small camera like a DSLR all the way up to a big rig, you can use a dish like this, like they use on the NFL sidelines. It's a parabolic dish. This one's smaller for cameras. And Paul's holding an example right there. That's on, I believe, a 5D Mark II, or maybe 3. A Mark III, very nice. I should have checked beforehand. Anyway, tell me about SoundShark. I know you've been on the NFL sidelines for years. This is a different application, and the ones on the NFL sidelines are huge with a guy with a big dish, MLB2. Tell me about this.
Well, like you say, we started out with the big parabolics on the sidelines, and we actually had too much range with those for baseball, so we created a 16-inch version for baseball. And at the National Association of Broadcasters convention, a producer that did reality TV asked if we could make one still smaller for the reality TV type of applications where people get freaked out by the boom pole and the shotgun mic.
What took you so long?
I'm sorry, I'm just a slow learner.
Now, we're both feeding off the same microphone. Everybody can look up and see it. We're coming in through that. In reality, and you could do that on a camera, and we tested it before, a single camera, put it on the front of the camera like you have it mounted here. We listen to it, sounds good. What we would do in our situation, in our tent, is we mic everybody up. Instead of miking them up in each one of their seats, we'd put above them a dish like this, and we'd be able to get their audio. And there'd be very little bleed. We tested it before. So we're doing this together. Maybe we don't sound as good as if it was just me or just you, especially the level is kind of more adjusted for me and I'm louder. But you get the idea, and you get the idea that it could actually work. If you want, I could tell you to move over there for a second.
Okay.
And I would just stand here on the X, which would be my seat, and I would say, hey, Terrifics, this is how it actually sounds in a loud environment and set for the right person. Then Paul could come back in, he could stand on the mark, and basically I'm looking straight ahead, he's gonna look straight ahead as he normally would, maybe to respond to me, and he's gonna tell me how he came up with doing these parabolic dishes to begin with, not just for SoundShark, but in general.
Well, actually I have an engineering consultant company, and one of my customers builds stages or provides stages to Fox and CBS and all the other networks, and Fox went looking for a better parabolic than what was available, and so they asked my customer if he was interested in making parabolics, and so I designed that for him, and that turned out to be a whole new company for us.
Wow, works out great. All right, so if you move over a little now, we'll both be kind of on the spot.
All right.
And we can both have this conversation. You see, I'm moving around, moving my head back and forth. It's nice. It's got a nice range. You want to talk about the actual sound pattern and what it's picking up and where we can be, what the fall off is exactly?
It's we normally say 15 degrees off center. So if you're 10 foot away from your subject, you have a 5-foot diameter sweet spot. So that's a good rule of thumb.
And our tent is a 10 by 10, so it worked perfectly. Is that 10 feet is the optimal? We're really close to this. We're about 3 feet away. It's a little high, but
it all depends on your signal to noise ratio, how much ambient noise you have. In a quiet environment like a wedding, we've had wedding vows recorded from 50 feet back.
Wow. So the quieter, the further, the louder, the closer.
Right.
Obviously, that seems to be the rule of thumb. What kind of lav are we putting in here?
It can be any omnidirectional lapel. It can be a 3.5 millimeter XLR. You can put a wireless in it and mount your parabolic on a stand or whatever, and then move around with your camera.
Right now they're listening to us off a Countryman from Chris Countryman.
Correct.
And we love that guy. We use his headsets all the time. He's been on the show many times. You'll notice though also, I'm looking this way, which is interesting. My voice is actually traveling this way. The dish is here. When I turn here, obviously it's going to pick up a little bit better, but I think the key is that it's picking up well either way. We tested this before. I wouldn't just do this. I was very impressed. This whole setup with a microphone, you can sell it as a package or just the dish, use your own microphone. What's the price point for just the dish setup where I'm ready to mount it on my camera? And then what's the price point for the whole thing?
The list price for the dish itself, the SoundShark itself, is $285, and then a complete kit with a 3.5 millimeter microphone and a wind cover is $360 on a.
All right, excellent. And where do they get them? Soundshark.com?
Soundsharkaudio.com.
Soundsharkaudio.com. Somebody else had Soundshark?
It was a music streaming
Really?
service, yes.
A defunct one, I imagine.
Yes.
And how'd you come up with the shark part of it? Because I'm actually terrified of sharks.
We spent a number of weeks trying to come up with a name, and I think I had like over 100 different names that we came up with, and the idea of eating audio is where the shark comes from.
I like it. I like it. This fits, I guess, in the bag nicely. Does it come with a case?
We do have little backpacks or bags available.
Okay, and then let's say I wanted to mount it like this. I also want to mount a light.
Right.
What do I do now? I mean, they make bridges and stuff, but is that okay? Because now I'm shifting this off center.
Right. You can go with the bridge, but we also have an alternate bracket, a little mount that's a little different that lets you put a LumaCube LED light on either side of the Parabolic. It's very handy.
Genius. How much is that?
I think the price for that option is around $200.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Soundsharkaudio.com.
Correct.
It is soundsharkaudio.com. We need to do more with this. We need to get them. You know, I would love to have these in our set, so we'll have to talk about that. I think the price is reasonable. It's well made. I like how you've got the screws. We call these fasteners. It's done very well. I can't think of another question to ask you. I mean, I think it's not for every application, but it's for a lot of them, especially when you have to run and gun and you don't necessarily have time to set somebody up with a microphone. In our case, we set them up with a microphone and they forget they're wearing it and they go like this and rip the cable, along with a whole slew of other issues that we get. We really do have to get rid of the background noise because, you know, even Adam said to me before, it's a lot louder at CES than it is here at PhotoPlus, but this is plenty loud.
Sure.
And we don't have the tent over us. Part of the tent, tell me if this is a good idea. I built this thing, we skirt the union fees because it's all toolless. We hang our lights and our cameras from it, so there's no liability of people tripping. And then now we can hang our microphones from it. But part of it is it gives us aerial branding, but it also keeps unwanted light from the convention center and unwanted sound out. Is that a good idea?
Yes, and if you wanted to make it better, you could hang blankets.
Oh, we do.
In addition to, right.
What we do is we have backdrops so that
Right.
we have our logo, which is really designed basically to shoot the audio up and back
Right,
down.
Right. And one thing to bear in mind with the Parabolics is it will pick up whatever is in front of it. So if you have a screaming baby 25 foot behind your speaker, it will pick that up as well.
So if we use the backdrops, there's nothing in front of it past the backdrops, really, in reality. That's almost better than having the top on. We could roll the convertible top like we do at CES. Paul, thank you so much. I know people have a million questions about this. You can do a 3.5 millimeter jack, an XLR. You can probably put any end on this that you want in reality, and you can use any omnidirectional lob. You can wire it yourself, or of course, this gentleman, Paul, will sell you a whole kit. The Countryman's what you're listening to. I'm Michael Artsis. You're the Terrifics. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned to BeTerrific for a whole lot more. YouTube.com/BeTerrific, and we'll see you in the Slack chat. Connect at BeTerrific.com to join the Slack chat, talk with us, you, and the rest of the Terrifics 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't forget to check out the live show, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, live. We'll be live from CES unveiled November 10th. All right, that's it for now. Stay with us. I'm Michael Artsis. Be terrific.